afternoon. I almost say good morning. I read until 2 a.m. yesterday, so I finished my book. I read until 2 a.m. and I spontaneously decided to book a massage yesterday evening because I was just so tense and I haven't had one in a long time. And the amount of sports I do throughout the week, I actually need it. And I used to do it every 2 weeks. I don't know why I stopped. I think it was just too much going on, and I don't know. I have to get back on track with my massage because OMG, I am still very tense. I think 30 minutes was not enough. I should have done an hour. But yeah, I'm just about to do late lunch, and then I am going to look for a new book to read and do some editing, and that's about it for today because today's public holiday and I don't feel like doing anything. Hello, beautiful people. I just want to check in and let you know I've just been working the entire day. Wow, exciting. But yesterday was a proper lazy day. I did nothing. I did not leave my house. I did not leave my flat. I was just in my bed, just reading and just did nothing. And I just love doing nothing sometimes, or more than often. And when you know you don't have any agenda, no one is waiting for you to do something, and you can just relax, and that's very peaceful. So that was one of the days. So yesterday was one of those days. So because of that, I booked myself a boxing class tonight after work. So that's gonna be exciting. I've been doing boxing since January, and at least once a month, once or twice a month. And when I first started, the studio was fairly new, I would say. We were only maybe 3 in a class max, and it has been really nice to see the growth in the studio because last time I went there it was like fully packed. Well, not packed, but there were a lot of people there, and I was like, this is nice, like really proud of you. And the guy who started it is also really chill, really cool. I like his classes, very intensive, very effective, very fun. His playlist is to I don't want to say to for, but to live for. His playlist is to live for. And I would just say his playlist is very inspired by hip hop culture, a little bit Caribbean, a little bit more, rhythm. And you need rhythm in boxing because you're constantly moving left, right. So you have to have that rhythm. It's kind of like a dance. That's how he explains it. And yeah, I just like his classes, and I try to do it at least 2 or 3 times a month. I used to do it every week, but my bones are not. They don't do that no more. They're telling me Sarah chill. So I try to do it bi-weekly. That's manageable for me. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything particularly planned for the weekend. The weather forecast says rain, gloomy days, so we will see where that leads me. Probably somewhere indoors. Maybe not. I will try to go out and do some tasks or go to some places I wanted to go to but never been because I've just been too lazy. So that may be one of the things I'm gonna do tomorrow or weekend. And yeah, I am going back to work. That was my 5 minutes rambling break. Oh no, I did not see this. Damn it. Well, at least it smells good. just came back from my boxing class, took a shower, and I'm just about to log into my Friday prayer that I'm not really consistent with as much as I used to. I don't know, there's been kind of like a, not a disconnect, but I've not been reading my Bible consistently as I used to. Like, it's been this year, I don't know what's wrong with this year. Like, I've read the Bible twice in the beginning and the end, but you can read the Bible hundreds of times and you're still going to learn more and more. And I just miss the relationship, or I still have a relationship with God, but I just miss the closeness I have with God. And I still think about God a lot, like at least what a lot throughout the day. I don't think I have a thought process or something that is not like God afterwards. So he's still with me, I still feel his presence, but I still would love to be more in his word. And yeah, instead of like talking to the camera, I should log into my Friday prayer. So good night. To go to the bookstore and then go to the drugstore to get some hair products because tomorrow's hair wash day and I wanted to try some new product. I wanted to try not a new routine, just like swap up some product. And I finally moisturized my hair after 3 or 4 days. I think the last time I moisturized my hair was on Monday or Tuesday, and today is Saturday, and it was so easy. It was so easy, people. These two products, water and oil, that's it. I love this oil. This is from Pantene Pro V Quarantine Protective Oil. My best friend recommended it to me and I've been using it ever since. It's so soft, it's very sleek. Is that the right word? Like, it's very soft and I can just put it on my hair and it's moisturizing and it locks the moisture really well and it just works on my hair. And you just need those two products. Oh, and obviously your trusted Afro Pick. As you can see, mine is very trusted, very well used. Probably need a new one soon, but it's trusted. Afro Pick, and that's it. And it was so easy, and as you can see, my hair looks fine, healthy. And let's see a growth check. Oh, not bad. Let's put that back. Let's put that back. Okay. Well, and it's you can feel the moisture. Well, you can feel it, but I can feel it. little shopping trip. And funny thing that happened, I met my work colleague at my local drugstore, and she does not live in my borough or like where I live, but she lives somewhere totally completely opposite town. So it was like, what are you doing? You said, what are you doing here? Well, I live here. And you was like, well, I do not live here. We're just walking around. And it's so strange to see a work colleague outside of work, and it's like, oh. Well, that happened. Let me do my little shopping haul. The first stop I went to was the bookstore. I only went there to just like browse around and see what kind of new titles are there. And I was not going to buy any books. Well, that did not work out. I got 2 books. But to my defense, I haven't bought a physical book in a long time. Because my TBR list on my TBR shelf is I have 3 TBR shelves, and I need to read those books. But well, that didn't work out because I got new books. However, this was on my TBR list, on my digital TBR list on Goodreads, and I have had 2 other books on my TBR for the longest time. One of the books was the Police Academy or something with police, or the police something. And I do believe I have the physical copy. If not, I have it on my Kindle. And the thing is, the reason I haven't read it is because it's thick. It's a monster. Well, it's not a monster, but it's thick. And that's why I haven't read it. And then I put this on my TBR list because why not? I haven't. And then I saw the physical copy and I was like, oh wait, I can do this in a couple of hours. It's less than 200 pages and the premises sounds really interesting. It's basically about this professor that only lives with an 80 minutes short-term memory, and her housekeeper. And yeah, that's the story about both of them. And what is each new equation, the tree does. Well, I don't want to like read too much. I just wanted to dive into it. But the premise sounds interesting, so I'm going to read this month. Then the other book that I got is from Dorothy L. Sayers. I mean, look at this. Look. It's an old book. It's old. Like, it's almost falling apart, people. But I love books like this. This is a murder mystery. Like, she writes murder mysteries. And I'm not really much into that murder mystery thriller kind of genre. I liked Agatha Christie. Like, I've read all the 2 books of her, and I like the writing. I like that kind of like mystery. And I was at this mystery section, and whenever I'm in a bookstore, and if I can, I always try to strike a conversation with someone and just talk about books, like what they like, what I like, and what I like to do with my friends when we're in a bookstore is I recommend one book. Like, I choose one book for them, and they choose one book for me, and then we buy it. It's really fun. And this one, and she had like quite some books at that section, so I thought maybe she's a avid mystery reader. So I asked her what author would she recommend or book, and then she pointed me to her because the bookstore owner recommended to her, because she's also into Agatha Christie and into 1920s murder mystery, or like things that are written in that era. And apparently that's quoted from the bookstore owner. She's a better writer than Agatha Christie. Let that sink in. So I was like, okay, let me try that out. So I just got this one because it had at least 5 copies there. So I just think maybe this is one of her most well-known books. I don't really know what it is about, and I do not want to know. I'm just going to dive into the book whenever I'm ready to read it and just see where it leads me. And it's murder mystery, so you don't want to know too much about the premises anyway. So yeah, those were my 2 book purchases for today, for this month. Coming up to my drugstore, I got some new hair products. Can you see it? I got some new hair products. So I needed a new hair mask, and I just could not see it in myself to pay 15-20 euros for a hair mask. It's just not possible. I cannot do that. And I just found this one in my local drugstore, and it looks nice. I mean, it says it's intensive and gives a lot of moisture, and It has all these keywords that my hair needs, so I just bought it, and it was just like €2 or something. I can't do anything wrong with it. And then I know people, we don't actually use country, but I went back to country because it says improved moisturized formula, and I heard that they improved the formula because before it was not it. It was not doing what it's supposed to do. But they have it in my local drugstore, and it's €6 or €7 for this leave-in, and you really don't need that much. You only need a little bit for your hair. This is gonna last me forever. And again, I did not want to pay like 13, 14, 50 euros for a leave-in conditioner. So back to Cantu. I'm gonna let you know how this is. And then I got a cream, because also from Cantu, moisturize and curl activator cream. I used to have one from, what's it called, from, let me go and check. I still have got it. I used to use this from Cream of Nature, also like a cream moisturizing lotion something, but this did nothing to my hair. It was not it. I usually try to finish my products, but I use quite a bit. I've used it for a couple of weeks, but it's just, I tried it in different variation and different combination. It did nothing. I think it even dried up my hair and made it flaky, and I don't know, it was not it. So I'm trying something new. I have to throw this away. I mean, it's just at least like one more use, but I just can't be bothered anymore. So let's see if this is better. Yeah, and also it was the €7 or so. Let's see. And then I got this smoothie. One of my friends got me into it, and now I have to have this at least 2 to 3 times a week. This is really good because I love ingwer. What is ingwer in English? I love, what is ingwer? I love ginger. That was the word. I was like, what is ingwer? What is ingwer in English? Ginger. And it has a really, not very strong, but you can still feel the ginger, and I love drinks like that. I drink ginger tea every morning and almost every evening, like every couple of evenings. And yeah, my friend got me into it, and every time I go to the drugstore, I always get one of this. And then one of my favorite candies, mint fly. And yeah, that was about it. This is my little haul for today.
Are using the same.
I just finished writing in my Commonplace book about a topic of bonding, so how men and women bond, and how that is scientifically proven. So why women feel much more emotional invested when they're with a man, or why they can express the feeling much more, and why they need to feel safe in a relationship, or why men needs to feel valuable or valued in a relationship, and what the feminine energy kind of is, and how that feminine energy needs to be playful and enticing and mysterious and grounded, but also grateful and grateful and graceful. And yeah, this was some of my ideas and the ideas that I found online. And yeah, just wrote it down in my little Commonplace book. If you don't know what the Commonplace book is, this is like an old one, as you can see. It's falling apart. I believe everyone should have a Commonplace book or keep one. It's basically a list of things that interest you. So kind of like a brain dump, but a little bit more structured. So you put in quotes from books, conversations that you had, things that you see on your way, thoughts that you randomly have, or be it movies that you watch, like anything and everything that is of interest of you, you just put it in there. Because you have to, I do believe you have to put your brain or your thoughts in writing somewhere. You can't have everything up there. And also it's kind of like a physical Pinterest for you. I mean, some people have it very visual. I just have writings. But if you look for inspiration, why not look for inspiration in your brain? Why not look inspiration from your own thoughts? And that's a Commonplace book for me. Like when I really need inspiration, I just look at this little book and see, what did I write? What kind of things were I interested in? What kind of theories I was interested in? What kind of thought process did I had? And usually this really helps me find more ideas, or kind of like just get inspired. Yeah. So that's a Commonplace book if you did not know what it is. And yeah, we recommend having one. It does not need to be perfect. If you now search Commonplace book, it's very visually super pleasing, and it does not need to be that. It literally does not. It can literally just be random. Like write it however you want. Some pages I did really nice, some were just like whatever, post notes. Like it does not need to be perfect. It's just for you basically. So yeah, recommended Commonplace book.